there was a whole month where we didn't have any summon videos, and now we have summons every single day. Well, it's not every single day, but it feels like every single day. He's even got his little Megans to jiggle. They're not all Megans. He's even got his whatever Mystic Witches to jiggle. We're here on Black Mamba 8's account. Let's see what he's got. 2 cookie runs, Transcendence, Legendary All Tributes, Legendary. We've got LDs, we've got plenty of Elementals, and we've got a whole lot of Mysticals, which you know what that means. Hey, Poison Master, I actually need some more of those. That means it is time. He has a story. He probably has a lot of stories, which we will discuss. Or he had some stuff in his submission form. By the way, I know that there's still a lot more people that want summons than we... Well, actually, because the Mystical Scroll event is ending. So, maybe there'll be less people that want summons by the time you see this. I don't know. But yeah, I have a feeling that a lot of people are going to be blowing their Mysticals. So, we'll see. There's probably going to be a lot of submissions that are like, no, I already did mine. Which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. There's a lot of really huge accounts that are like, I need you to do 2,000 summons, 3,000, 4,000. There's like there's a lot of very, very crazy. I know where you guys save, but gee, like I don't have 3 hours to do a video of opening Mystical Scrolls for 3 stars. I mean, people don't really want to see as I'm opening all the Mystical Scrolls for 3 stars, right? But there's only, I don't know, I feel like there's only so much people can take. Also, I see the analytics. It's like people just skip into the LDs. Not that I blame them. People want to see the juicy stuff. So, we actually have, I don't know if you guys, some of you may or may not have YouTube channels of your own and upload videos of your own, so you may know what I'm talking about already. But we can see data on where people generally view. So we can see if there's like a lot of people that just stop watching at the beginning, and then as soon as like you see, like, because you know when the LDs are coming, if you uploaded the video, so you can see like there's a pop, there's like a big spike in the amount of views, the view time, as soon as the LDs are there. So it's just people skipping to the LDs or whatever. So yeah, I don't remember what I was saying. Oh, interesting stuff about my account. Got my first Nat 5 Veligil after 2 years after creating the account. Only got Vertiheal when Comptuous decided to give it for free. That was an issue. That's one of the reasons that they put it in the Fusion, which I think was it was very smart. I think they should have done it sooner, but it was very smart. If you notice, they do... Let's go to the Fusion Hexagram, because we need to make this video longer than it... They do some of these staple dungeon units and some of the staple units in general. Right. Maybe not all of the staple units, but staple unit for dungeons, right? So they made sure that they did those. This is a staple unit for TOA. Some of the other ones are not necessarily staple units, but at least they try to give units that solve needs from players. That whatever. But yeah, that's one of the, because everyone, as at the beginning of the game, everyone was like Vertiheal on the wish lists. Vertiheal, because there was, so you had to summon him. So everyone was like, that's the one of the, it was Lucian, Chloe, Tyron, Vertiheal, Orochi. Orochi was a big one. A lot of people wanted Orochi back in the beginning because Giants. He was a way to kill the mid-boss and the end boss in Giants. It was a very effective way at the very beginning. So it was kind of like, oh, do you have Orochi? Oh, okay. Like... Like that's how you're beating Giants V12. And I know Katos did a video not too long ago about the flashback in time to the beginning. I noticed that a lot of videos on the Summoners War official channel are flashbacks to earlier times. They're like, don't you remember when the game was fun and nobody hated it? Or not nobody, people hated it, but when everyone hated it less. Yeah, and then you made it an esport. So they're like, why does everyone hate Summoners War now? Well, you made it an esport. Sorry, I'm using the quotations. 293. What do we have at the beginning? 400 and something? Oh, wait, what do we get? Do we get something? Hold on. I didn't see. Oh, we got a robo. We got a Wind Rowboat. Only got Vertigo when Counterus decided to give it for free. My first LD was from Wish, and that's the Dark OG. The other two was both... The other two... Wait a second. I felt bad for him because he waited 2 years for his first Nat 5. Now I don't know. Yeah, let's see. Other two... Oh, so number 1. Number 2... Oh, this is so toxic. So toxic. I mean, generally speaking, you should have counters to Leona naturally. I was gonna call her Olivia. I'm like, that's not Olivia. You should have counters to her naturally in your draft. But, you know, RNG is RNG, so sometimes she just never takes the debuffs. So you're like, oh, I have bombs, I have defense breaks, and then like that works in theory, right? Things that counter a unit, except that sometimes they don't counter the unit, so. She's a nasty last pick in RTA. She can solo teams if they don't bring the stuff that she needs. If they don't bring the stuff to... What? What? If they don't bring... She can solo teams in RTA just because she can solo teams in RTA. I don't know what I was trying to say before. Jeez. The headache is getting to me, man. The headache is getting to me. Alright, we have 237 left. Should have got like a Nat 5 by now. We didn't get one. Hopefully we get 2 from these. Make up for it. I say that as if I'm asking for a lot. It's probably not a lot. We do have Steam. Yay. We do have Steam pulled up. So we can take a look at the upcoming games. They're going to be all wacky, indie, whatever, crazy nonsense 2D stuff. All right, let's see. So what do we have? Undead Citadel, Incision, Ancora Lost Days, From Fear, Ninja Soul, Rogue Genesia, Return to Monkey Island. There's no... That's an old game. There is no light. JR East Train Simulator, Solstice Construction Simulator, Outbound Ghost, Salt 2, Wildflowers, Electrician Simulator. There's too many simulators. Why are you trying to simulate so much? And then we have Squad 51 versus the Flying Sausage. What? The flop? All right, let's see. Undead Citadel, exclusive for VR. Okay, Undead Citadel immerses you into an adventure encountering... Oh, we got lightnings. Okay, hopefully they get a buff. Immerses you into an adventure encountering hundreds of undead in breathtaking combats crammed with numerous foes. Slash, stab, crush, dodge, duck, and dive, and dodge. That's not what it says. Slash, stab, crush, shoot, or dismember with your own hands as you find your way into the depths of the cursed citadel. This looks like, well, some of these actually look pretty good. Can I... Is this gonna break it? VR! That looks pretty cool for a VR game. I'd probably pick it up if I did the VRs. Oh, it doesn't say how much it is. I get, well, maybe you can't even look at it until, unless you have a VR headset. Incision. This looks like Doom. Very, very fast-paced. Old school FPS action. Yeah, it looks very low poly. Very old-looking textures. Old FPS action, no BS. Lots of blood and gore. Slaughter your way through nightmarish industrial mazes transformed. Oh, sniper. Snipers aren't bad. I always feel like I need sniper skill ups. Transform cityscapes, surreal alien structures to cut down the growth in this ultra-violent, fast-paced, and merciless retro-styled first-person shooter. I will show you guys pictures. What is that? What is that noise? I thought it was something else. I don't know. I'll show you guys right now. Let's see some. Yeah, but look at the graphics are supposed to look old on purpose. So sometimes it's an art form to try to make. It's an art form. Yeah, make graphics look crappy. It's an art form. But I get what they were going for. Like a very fast, very frenzy. I think some people would really like that. It looks, as weird as it sounds, it looks like a game that knows what it wanted to do. And it's not for everyone, but it looks like something that would actually be enjoyable for people that are, like, if you're looking for a game that, like, is reminiscent of the old school Doom, I think people would have a blast with this one. If that's what you're looking for. If graphics are number one to you, then absolutely not. You're going to hate it. But also, it looks very fast-paced. What is this? I don't know what this is. Ancora Lost Days. Oh, maybe we saw this last week. Discover the wild planet Ancora and expose... Again, I'm not saying the right words. Wild planet Ancora and explore freely around this mysterious world full of promise and danger. Craft different tools, build structures, and terraform yourself a new home in this cute as heck survival game. A little... Okay. I don't know if this is for most of you guys. Yeah, I can't speak for you, but... I don't know. Probably not that it's bad. I don't think it's... I can't tell if it's good or bad. Just probably not your cup of tea. Well, I don't know. Whatever. You play whatever you like. Okay, next one. From Fear. 1 to 4 player survival horror where, of course, there's always like 7 of these every week. You choose your fear in this post-apocalyptic world. You must scavenge to survive with your deepest fear lurking in the shadows. Do not believe everything you see. It's a horror game. It looks like every other horror game. I don't need to really look at that too much. Or at all. Hey, more 3 stars. Very exciting. Ninja Soul. Ninja Soul is a platform action game that combines roguelite with Galaxy Warrior Demon City. What? That's a game? Okay. Kunoichi Tachi... Oh my god. Okay. Kunoichi Tachibana Yachio unexpectedly awakened the ability of death backtracking. She will find the truth in the land that used to be her hometown in the fight and death again and again. Okay. Man, reading is hard. All right, let's see it. It looks like a pixel art. I don't know if this is going to be a super popular game or anything. But then again, you never know. Right? There was, who could have expected Among Us to be a super popular game? So, what do we have next? Rogue Genesia. Man, we're getting nothing. We're getting nothing so far. Walk upon a new world and slay foes endangering it. Rogue Genesia is a roguelite deck building game where you fight relentless hordes of hundreds of... Oh my goodness. It's just a horde shooter game. Look, I just show you a picture. There you go. That's it. That's the game. Rogue Genesia. What else? Return to Monkey Island. Unexpected thrilling return of series creator Ron Gilbert that continues the story of the legendary adventure games. Oh, this is actually new. It is a stylized. That's the nice way of saying it. It's a stylized. Oh, we're going to call it stylized. Just anything that's low budget, just call it stylized. Yeah, I'll show you guys. It's the Monkey Island franchise. Some of you know what it is. If you don't, then you might not like it. It's like playing a book. Hey, what do we get? Hey, we got a thing. We got a Madeline. So, that's interesting. What is this one? There is no light. Well, then how do you see the game? Battle your way through the grim underground world in this brutal action-adventure RPG. Exterminate hordes of enemies. You know, these don't really say too much. Wait a second. What do we get? Oh, what did I see? I thought there was a Dominic there. I don't know what I was looking at. I thought it was a Dominic. These things could say anything. Like, it really... The text that they use doesn't really say too much about the game. Ever. I mean, I guess gameplay a little bit, but... they could fluff everything up. Hey. Nice water Christina. Kind of feel like she's better than Christina, to be honest. They should just make the blue one a nat 5. Make the the yellow one a nat 4. Perfect. Problem solved. Don't have to buff her then. Don't have to buff if she's a nat 4. There is no light value your way through grim underground world in this brutal action-adventure RPG. Exterminate hordes of enemies, fight dangerous bosses, and explore the world the way you want. Oh, just the way I want. Let's see how you can explore the world in the way that you want in this pixel art low budget. It could be good. I mean, that doesn't necessarily mean a game is bad or good. It's just, yeah. Train sim. Oh my goodness, this looks old too. Is this old? You never know. Sometimes they're old things. Sometimes old things come out and they're like, this is new. This looks old. The official train company's authentic driving simulator is here. JR East Train Simulator is a... Oh, is that a... That's a company that does others? Whatever. So JR East stands for Japan Railway East Company. So that's what the JR East stands for. Train driving simulator that allows you to experience live action images and realistic driving sounds of JR East's actual train lines in your own home. Wow! Thrilling! Really? Oh, actually, okay. So, some of it looked old. And you know why I think it looks old? Which is crazy. Is because it's actual... It's like actual real life. And I'm like, we have better graphics than that. We have better graphics than that real life stuff. Yeah, does this not look like a little bit old to you? Looks a little bit old to me. It's like this is too low poly. It's like it's real life. It's real life. It's not low poly. This is the real world that they're showing you on the screen. Oh my god. Classic. Classic. Ooh, this one may contain content not appropriate for all ages. Maybe we don't. Or may not be appropriate for viewing at work. Who? Why? People shouldn't be viewing video games on Steam at work. As I say that this is technically my work. I'm viewing video games on Steam. Okay, aside from that. Touché. Explore a dark world brimming with hidden mysteries. Let's summon some more nonsense. We didn't get any nat 5s yet. Wow. I hate this person. Hidden mysteries, master a diverse combat system, and inhabit the dual forces of two sisters in a coming-of-age dark fantasy story with fast-paced action, vicious enemies, and spectacular boss fights. This looks pretty good. I mean, I can't really comment on everything. I can just comment mostly on the graphics. I can't be like, wow, this has an amazing soundtrack. Like, how do you know? I don't know. I just assume it does. I assume that Train Simulator has an amazing soundtrack. Let's see. A little spooky little ghost there. Looks good, though. Graphically, looks pretty solid. Yeah, looks really solid. I like when we have things like this, and then mobile games are like, this is the best graphics of the year. It's like, it's a chibi 2D waifu. It's also not really that good, that goodly done. It's not that well done either. Like, but it's the best graphics. Like, have you not seen the other games that have been... Because you know what I'm talking about. Like, you know all the ads, like the Instagram ads and Facebook ads and whatever, and like all the different and the sponsored things that some of us do. Where it's like, oh, this is great graphics. It's like, I have eyes. I can see that it's not great graphics. Who do they think they're fooling? Wow, we really crapped all over ourselves on that one. I'm talking about the summons. I didn't just crap all over myself in real life. I'm just mostly talking about the summons. What else do we have? Oh yeah, solid Construction Simulator. Construction Simulator is back, bigger and better than ever. Take charge of over 70 machines, dozens of them brand new to the franchise, and builds to your heart's content on 2 huge maps on your own or with your friends. I want you to visualize Construction Simulator and think of what you think it might be. You're like, it's gonna be exactly what you think in your head. Let's find out. Now we got let's do the wins last. Construction simulator. There we go. It's construction, and it's simulated where it looks like you're the one constructioning things. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. What else do we have? Hope none of these are playing audio. The Outbound. Oh, this actually looks pretty fun, because I'm weird. There's going to be some civil disagreements on this. I know. So this one is called The Outbound Ghost. An adventure RPG about helping ghosts ascend to the afterlife, battle the past using figments of your personality, craft badges to earn abilities, explore town of troubled spooks. What do we get? And discover life can be tough even when you're dead. So imagine... What is this? Hey, oh, this is a solid one. This is solid. Okay, we got a Nora. GG. This game also looks solid too. You guys are probably not going to like it. I am very excited to want to play this game. This looks very fun for me. I kind of want this. Let's go see if that was their first Nora or not. That's a big win, though. Nora? You see Nora? That's the first Nora! Nora's a solid unit. Solid unit. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, so, sometimes I'll just decide I'm bringing in... let's put all this stuff in storage. Sometimes I just decide to bring in, like, Nora in RTA, because I tend to go Molly too often. Let's just continue summoning while we're talking about nonsense. I tend to go Molly too often. And we'll show the other game that I was looking at that I was excited about in a second. But I tend to go Molly too often. And then sometimes Molly just doesn't do anything. On Siege Defense, seems like she does everything all the time. But in RTA, sometimes she just doesn't. Most of the time, she actually doesn't do anything. That's just, statistically, that is her passive. Most of the time, she doesn't do anything. Excuse me. So, well, with the glancing anyway. So a lot of the time I'm just left saying, like, why did I pick her? Nothing. Her passive never activated. She took every debuff with max resistance. So I'm just left like, okay, this is Summoner's War RNG. Like, I'm stupid for even doing that. So I've been picking Nora, and it's been like, just for fun, like, I wonder if I pick Nora, if this is gonna do well. Pretty often it does very good, right? This is not anything new. People have been picking her. People have been using her a lot in Siege Defense as well. So anything that can't be cooled down is a pretty solid unit now. Pretty solid. So I will just continue, as if she keeps winning, I will continue to pick her. I will say this though, that the between Shylock, Shylock was painful for my win rate. The Shylock video, the Water Serpent, and what else? The Fire Pure Vanilla was also painful. Because you gotta try, like, I was just trying to force these things in. Anytime you try to force things in, it doesn't really go that well. But some things work better than others. Oh! Okay. Wind Striker, I know he's not crazy. He might get a... They buffed him. It's potentially easy to make him too strong. So they're kind of keeping it like tested and see, not go too crazy. But Wind Striker could be very, very strong. He's unreliable right now, but we'll see in the future if they change things up to make him, because that's really his big issue, is the Wind Striker is unreliable. Otherwise, he's solid. Would be solid, potentially. So, I don't remember what I was saying. But yeah, that's definitely one to... I don't know. That's definitely one to... What? I don't know. Okay, so this game, the Outbound Ghost that we were talking about. This, if you like Paper Mario, right? Let me read the description on it again. The Outbound Ghost is an adventure RPG about helping ghosts ascend to the afterlife. Battle the past using figments of your personality. Actually, let's see if that thing is a dupe or not. Craft badges to earn abilities. Again, like Paper Mario. Explore a town of troubled spooks and discover life can be tough even when you're dead. So this is the game. It is like 2D on top of 3D scenarios. 3D scenarios. 3D levels, 3D worlds. 2D characters, 3D worlds. They flip around as if they are paper as well. This is giving me super Paper Mario vibes. Super Paper Mario vibes? Okay. Because this is totally Paper Mario. Tell me this is not paper. This is emotionally, this is Paper Mario. Absolutely. Definitely want to play that game. Outbound Ghost. How much is it? Couple days. Man, looks good. I'm looking forward to that. I'm probably never gonna play it unless I do it for YouTube. Salt 2. Salt 2 is an open world pirate game focused on exploration, survival, and crafting. If that was a realistic pirate game, let's just say that wouldn't be on the Steam store. Overall pirate game focused on exploration, survival, crafting, set sail across an infinite procedural world with just you and your ship. That sounds scary and lonely. Explore islands filled with quests, caves, towns, pirates, and secrets. Level up skills, craft, hunt, fish, loot, and decorate your ship. If that was a real pirate game... If that was a real pirate game, it would get canceled because the things that pirates actually did. I shouldn't get into it. I won't get into it. I'm gonna get flagged on YouTube. They're gonna be like, this is offensive and also controversial and whatever. Pirates did some really nasty stuff, so we make them out to be like, oh, they're just drunks and they sail the 7 seas and they, it pillage, but it's a friendly pillage. It's like, nah, that's not what they did. That's not what they did some terrible, terrible things. So Disney's like, Pirates of the Caribbean, like, oh, you're gonna show all the scenes with it? Never mind. Never. We won't get into that. But yeah, Pirates. Salt 2. There we go. Let's see some completely accurate. Why am I on this rant against pirates today? For no reason. I'm just thinking it's unrealistic. In general, like pirates being portrayed in everything in general. Like this is not. That ain't pirates. So yeah, let's. Ruins every video. Oh, we're supposed to be seeing if this guy's new or a dupe. Let's see it. Maybe it's not built. Who knows? I don't see it. Looks new. He's got that one, Battle Angel. I think Comtois is trying to, well, I know Comtois is trying to jump on some trends. Because the futuristic Battle Angel waifu things have been popular. And that's why they put out the Battle Angels. They're like, this is a thing that a lot of the new gacha games have like units like this, so let's do something like this. So they're trying. They're like, we're not the leader anymore. Well, when you continue to let other games and developers surpass you with innovating before you do, and then being 2 years late to catch up to them. They started Summoner's War strong with doing things that were some of the mechanics are similar to other games, but they did some stuff that other games weren't really doing in the way that they were doing it, and that's one of the reasons that it took off. That and of course the art style was very nice, right? It's still nice. They still do a good job, but they started with that, and then they said, we don't want to innovate anymore. at a certain point. Or I guess it was a slow, gradual descent into, we don't really want to innovate. Let's just play it safe. Let's just play it safe. Let's just play it safe. And I mean, playing it safe, I don't know. There's pros and cons, but they let so many different developers gain market share by not continuing to be the front runner. So many. I mean, Epic 7, like Epic 7 or hate Epic 7, doesn't really matter to me. But just Epic 7 was doing and then Summoners War, like Epic 7 was catching up to Summoners War in the beginning, right? They were like trying to play catch up to be like Summoners War, and then at a certain point they just surpassed them. They were like, we're gonna innovate, and then Summoners War Comptuous is like, here's the thing that Epic 7 did a year ago. We gave it to you, Summoners War players now. It's like, okay. Just me complaining again. Just me complain. All right, let's do some zaps. Let's do some jiggles. I think some of you guys, you should agree, right? I'm not saying like, oh, Summoners War terrible, Comptua is terrible. I'll say Comptua is terrible. I'm saying, don't you want Summoners War to be the one that innovates instead of catching up? We want things to happen faster and be more proactive. We want Comptua to be more proactive in changing things that need to be changed, and in giving us updates, quality of life improvements, and new game mechanics and whatever, instead of watching another game get it and then having Summoners War get it a year later. We want it faster. We want it as soon as it's a dream, an idea in someone's imagination. We're like, yeah, okay, let's put it into action instead of wait for Raid Shadow Legends to get it. I don't know what Raid Shadow Legends did first. They actually, I hate to say that they're innovating more. If you've been paying attention, that they've been innovating more than Summoners War. Frustrating. But we know, we know that's what it is. Okay, it was a Hall of Heroes. What else? Oh, come on, man. All right, we're gonna zap some. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Plenty of things to zap. We need that RNG. Mystic Witch Jiggle's not working anymore. We did at least get 3, so I think we're on average with the Nat 5s from the Poo Poo Scrolls. Nothing. Oh my goodness. But yeah, unfortunately, Comptuous is checked out. They're just like, let's try to make as much money as we can for the duration of the game, and then, you know, try to keep it around. They still want to keep it around, right? They're just not really invested in innovating with it, anything. They're like, let's try to do whatever we can to keep the player base. So. Not like... Well, I could be more proactive myself in trying to give them suggestions. Not that they would take suggestions from me, but, you know, someone else will take my suggestion, pretend it's their own, and then they'll be like, oh, I'll listen to this person. Because that's what happens, is I'll have a suggestion, I'll tell someone else, and then, you know, as it really doesn't matter. I don't need to get credit for anything, as long as it actually gets as long as positive things actually get implemented in the game. So that's all I care about. That's all. But yeah. So I could be more proactive in recommending things like, hey, maybe make the cookies good. They're interesting, but oh, we're getting a lot of cookies, but we're getting not a whole lot of Nat 5s. The LDs were disappointing though. We're getting a lot of gargoyles. Stop giving us gargoyles. Painful. What else do we have? Electrician Simulator. Yeah, let's take a look at the games. As soon as we start focusing on Summoner's War, it's the complaint show. Electrician Simulator. Electrician Simulator. Oh, God. You know what? Maybe all games are bad. Okay. Electrician Simulator. Yeah. That could be cool. This part, right? I don't know if I don't know, guys. I don't know video games anymore. Apparently, I'm too old to understand video games. Like, no. This is cool. Like, just get a job as an electrician. And you'll be making money. You make good money. Do that. This one's interesting. Squad 51 versus the Flying Saucers. We'll see it in a second. Let's do the summon, and then we'll see it. So this one's very stylized. I'll show you. Looks very old-timey. Looks like it's like a game from the 1950s. Right? That's interesting. Very stylized. I appreciate that. I appreciate when someone's like, I want to do something different that I assume hasn't been done like this before. But look, I mean, you can't be like, oh, it looks like every other airplane shooter game. Right? Like, it definitely doesn't look like every other shooter game. You could definitely tell that it's a different game. Oh my god, we're getting no Nat 5s from these. I wasn't gonna curse there. I know it probably looked like I was going to curse, but I was gonna say for real. I was gonna say seriously, and then I was gonna say for real. And then I was gonna say cereal. Nothing. Wow. Wow. That's painful. Man, I don't know what we're gonna do. They just did not want to give this person fun things today. We need at least one LD to make up for the terrible RNG from the LD scrolls. Okay, we got at least one LD. We need another LD. We need another LD now. Hey, Fusion. Wow, these were kind of disappointing. These are very disappointing. Solid. Okay, so that kind of makes up for the LD scrolls. What the heck is going on outside? No idea. I don't know if you guys could hear that or not, but yeah. One Transcendence. Please don't be a dupe. And then Cookie Run. We could still get something crazy from the Cookie Runs. They hate this person. They hate this person. All right, GG. GG. What do we get? A blue one. All right. LD5. Let's see it. I mean, that would kind of like... Yep. They don't like this person. Confirmed. What did we get all day? We got 4 Nat 5s? I don't know why I'm looking at that. 1, 2, 3. 3 Nat 5s. She's technically, we got 4. Actually, this one's not that great either. Wow! It's almost like we got 1 Nat 5. We got this. This is why people don't play other Comtros games. We're gonna try. We're gonna do these scrolls. We're gonna see if we can maybe get something maybe get something to make up for the fact that we got nothing from the rest of the video. We got a Nora. She's good, but I don't know if she's good enough to make up for the fact that we basically got nothing else almost. Unless those units are in the next balance patch, which I don't know if they actually will be. That was not that scroll. Oh! Okay. Well, that's at least okay.